PW Wakes! They're coming in. All right. It is time for our Live with Mary. Just waiting for her to join. I don't know if I see her yet. Did I miss it? Mary, Mary, Mary. Hello. Is that Michelle? She did a different profile pic. Hello, Michelle. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Shawnee Howard. Shawnee is my friend. I just want to say that she is the one. She's been covering my interviews for, 4 years. And she's the one that told me that I should start, hey, oh, stewardess. She's the one that told me that I should start doing 90 Day Fiancé interviews. So, hello, Shawnee. I think it's 90. What is your username? Are you here, Shawnee? Mary, where are you? Geoffrey's here, but he's on a plane. And it's not Geoffrey talk. We're not going to talk to Geoffrey today. Geoffrey is going to listen intently to me talk to his fiance. Or is it? I'm a badass. Who's that? Is that Kristen? Hey! Where am I from? I am originally from Buffalo, New York. And I am currently living in Virginia. I don't know if this might be Mary's first live. Oh, shit. Hey, this is the cigar shop, guys, with the deer heads. Or that's a moose, I think. I don't know if I see Mary in here yet. I don't know if Mary knows. We just messaged. I don't know if she realizes she has to come join the live. Maybe should I shoot her a message? Hang on. Geoffrey, you want to shoot Mary a message? And tell her, hello, Jules Wareham. You like the moose? I did not kill that moose. Ah, there she is. Shawnee, are you here? Shawnee Howard. Oh, there she is.
I was trying to figure out how to request you, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pin live with Mary. Mary, do you mind starting by doing a quick drop for the show? Um, just like, hey, this is Mary from 90 Day Fiance, and you're listening to the show.
Hi, guys. This is Mary with 90 Day Fiance.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, I think you dropped out a little bit there. Do you want to try one more time?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hi, this is Mary with 90 Day Fiance, and I'm here with Domenick on the Domenick Nati Show.
Awesome. Okay, I'll do the intro for the radio portion. Okay, welcome back to the Domenick Nati Show on Intellectual Radio in Chicago and iHeartRadio and YouTube and Instagram Live. I've been telling you about our special guest, and the time has come. She is your favorite cast member from 90 Day Fiancé. Mary's with us today. Mary, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. All right, Mary, are you ready?
I'm nervous, but yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll just jump right into it. So, what is your current status with Geoffrey?
Pass.
Okay, you can't say, but you guys may or may not be together.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. I know you can't. I'm getting that question out of the way because I know that's going to be scrolling through all these comments, right?
Yeah.
So I know she cannot talk about it yet because were you on Geoffrey's tell-all?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you were on the tell-all I hosted, and those questions are going to be answered on the tell-all. So she cannot talk about it right now. So when I interviewed Varia, she told me that she apologized to you, and you did not accept her apology. Is that true?
That is true. You have to remember when when that was happening and when she apologized, that was just hours after she showed up at the door. I didn't say anything to her. Obviously, you guys saw it. I didn't say anything to her when I left. I was still stunned. I was still in a state of shock. I was still pissed off. And the last thing that I wanted to do was make friends. Like, I wanted her to hear me. She was the one yelling and screaming and whatever at the, you know, at the door. I had time to build up some anger. I was not ready to accept that apology.
So what we saw on TV was her show up unexpectedly, right? Come
Yeah.
to the door, and then the bowling, or what did you guys go out to, like with all your friends? Was that
Um, it's a brewery, so
brewery?
yeah, it has tons of little games and stuff kind of placed around the brewery.
So that was just a few hours after she showed up at the door. This was not a whole different day.
No, no, this was just within a few hours. Yeah.
Okay. Then she sat down. It sounded like, now, how many times so it was just too soon, is what you're saying.
Oh,
It
absolutely. It was a day.
was the same, yeah. So you were pretty upset with her. And then
Oh yeah.
how many times did they go over that scene? Because I know that a lot of people have been telling us that they shoot the same conversation like 10 times. I mean, what we saw.
Not that one. Um, we didn't. We did one time and that was it. We were pretty much just going back and forth for a while. Yeah, but we did not shoot that any more than one time because I was too mad to even want to listen to her. And she still had emotions too. Um, and I didn't even watch it, so I don't know what they showed you, what they didn't show you. But at one point, she gets up and walks away, and she's just done. And at that point, because like I said, I wanted her to hear what I had to say, and she just got up and walked off. Like she didn't want to hear what I had to say at all. It was all about her, and I'm just not that person. You come to the door, you're the one who's intruding, and you're not going to sit there and listen to me? Ah, no, sis. I don't think so. So,
So when did she apologize though? Because we didn't. She said it was not shown on TV. Like what?
okay, I didn't know that. She did apologize there at on during that conversation. So I didn't know that they didn't show that. But she did apologize. She sat down and said, that's one of the reasons why I even went to the bar that night. I was invited. People think that I wasn't. I just showed up. No, originally we were all hanging out with our friends. That's why I went to the bar. So, and then of course, she was like, I want to apologize. I want to talk to you. We need to have a conversation. And I was like, all right, I'll hear you out, but you're going to listen to me too, which she didn't do. But whatever. I mean, I get it.
So she said sorry, and you said what? I don't accept your apology.
Pretty much, I'm like, I'm not ready for that right now. I said, you're going to hear what I have to say. She said things that she wanted to say, and it just got ugly.
Now, do you think that you'll ever be friends with Varia?
I mean, I don't hate Varia. I think Varia is a peach. I think she's lovely. I think very many things about Varia. Um, I don't know why not. I have no ill will towards her at all. She followed her heart, and I don't know why anyone would hate someone like that. Um, she thought she was following what was here, and she did a ballsy move, and anybody that has that kind of guts has my respect. So,
So currently, you guys are not friends. You did not make amends. It's pretty much where you left it. Is that
yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
along?
Yeah. It is where it left it. I'm not writing that out because I'm not writing it off. I mean, there's no reason to.
Now, let's say that Varia and Jeffrey are still together, right? Like, let's just say. So, are you still friends with Jeffrey? Like, do you guys still hang out? I don't know. We don't know if you're together or not, but are you guys still friends? And do you still talk with Jeffrey?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Um, so now Varia and Jeffrey have both come on this live, and they've both kind of vaguely discussed if they're together and if they get married, potential wedding plans. So if Jeffrey and Varia are still together and they wanted you at the wedding, would you be willing to attend?
Of course. I don't know why not. Like I said, I've been in Jeffrey's life for a long time. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other if that was to happen. I mean, I would cheer him on and wish him nothing but the best. That's just what you're supposed to do. And that's a nice thing to do. Absolutely. I want nothing but happiness for him. And I think whatever that may mean. And if he's going to walk down the aisle with her and save his vows and do all of the things and make sure that it lasts forever, then I want that for him. So, of course, I would be right there wishing him the best.
Would you be the maid of honor?
Oh, God, no.
No. Okay, you're not going to be in the wedding party, but you are willing to attend if they got married.
Right, yes, absolutely.
So I will ask this viewer question. Are you dating anyone? And if so, can you tell us who it is?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. So we don't know. It might be Jeff, might not, but you're not going to say if you're dating anyone at all right now.
No, I'm not going to say. I want to. There are parts of my life that I do want to keep private.
Yeah.
And for obvious reasons, that one is going to have to stay private for a little bit longer.
Well, let's clear this up. So reports have surfaced of your arrest in 2013 for domestic violence with your boyfriend, who said you scratched him and bit him on the nose, arm, and chest. So that came out via Starcasm, I think, this week. So what is your side to this story?
So my side is that's in the past and we're leaving it there.
Are you guilty of that?
I'm not commenting on it. I'm sorry. It's in the past. We're leaving it right where it lies.
Okay. All right. So do you have any inside information on Geoffrey's domestic abuse charges?
You're
And
damn right.
what's that?
I said, you're damn right I do.
Okay. So let's talk about his domestic abuse, because you're a friend and we hear from these women that are accusing him of this. So, like, what is your side as a friend to Geoffrey's domestic abuse allegations and charges with women?
You know, I've known him for a long time. And you guys know that I have dated him in the past. I have pushed that man and pushed his buttons more times than I can count. And if he was going to hurt anyone, he could have very well have had every opportunity to do so. And he has never laid a hand on me. Ever. So I don't understand how people can sit there and say all of these things about him. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I know him longer. I've known him longer than one of his ex-wives. I've known him longer than several girlfriends, and especially the one making these allegations. So there's that.
Do you interact with these? Have you interacted with these women that are accusing him of?
Yes, to both of the ones that I've met and interacted with. They're not nice people. They're not good humans. And I say that full-heartedly. They're not good humans.
So are they conspiring against him? Is that what's going?
Yep.
Like, yeah, they're just two terrible past girlfriends. Not good.
It's two ex-wives and a girlfriend.
Okay.
So the friend, I met her. We were at Chick-fil-A. I had taken my son through Chick-fil-A and we saw Geoffrey walking to a car. I was like, oh, there's Geoffrey. Go say hi. And he runs and he like scoops him up and gives him a big hug. And he's like, it's so good to see you, whatever. And he's like, Geoffrey, Geoffrey. And Geoffrey's just kind of acting weird. And I walk up. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? It's good to see you, whatever. And he's just acting so strange. And I'm like, there's a girl here. I could just tell. And I just like, okay, well, we'll let you go and get back to what you're doing. And then we go back to the car. And then she gets behind me on the car and she's just ranting and raving. I mean, I could see her in my rear view mirror just going off on him for nothing. And he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. And, she's so close on my tail that I can literally see her pointing her fingers and just yelling at him down the interstate. Well, it was the road. That wasn't at the interstate at the time. But yeah, just giving him hell because and I asked him later what it was about. And she said he's told me that it was because she thought that was one of his kids and that I was an ex-wife or an ex-girlfriend or whatever. And She didn't like it.
So Jeffrey's never put his hands on a woman that you know of, but then three women got together and said, "Let's just make up this lie," and that he's a woman abuser.
So I don't know exactly. I don't know what they said. All I know is what I know with Jeffrey. I know that he never laid his hands on the ex-wife. I don't really know much about their relationship on that. I don't know. But I know Jeffrey's character, and I know that he did not hurt this ex-girlfriend. I know that he didn't, because we've spoken several times after the fact, after it happened. He told me the whole thing. He's like, I just don't understand. Um, and I know this girl, I know her character, and I've seen lots of things with Jeffrey. Text message text messages come through that I've read right there in the moment. He's like, this is what I have to deal with. She's not a good human. She's just not.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, here's a question that came through. Did TLC pay you for being on the show?
um, I will say this. I do not have an NDA.
Oh, that's the first one that's been on this show with no NDA. Thank God. Okay, so you were just on the show. You were not like
I am not contracted with TLC.
okay. Do you not want to say if you were paid?
No.
Okay, it's all right. You're not the first person to dodge questions. I understand. I know these are very personal. Um,
Yes.
so, I mean, how do you feel about? You did watch your episodes and your parts, right? So, how do you feel about the way you were edited? Were you edited fairly, or is there more to the story that we should know?
The only one that I watched, I'll be honest, the only one I watched was the very first episode. That's it. The rest of them were too much. The rest of them brought back a lot of emotions, so I didn't watch them. But I watched the first one.
Okay, and
So I know if it portrayed me correctly. Not really. Everyone says I look desperate. So I don't know. I'll say this. The first episode, everyone's like, oh my God, you just threw yourself at him, blah, blah, blah. That's the funniest thing because Jeffrey and I have an inside joke that most don't know. So anytime that we find out that the other one is with someone or find out that they're dating, we're like, well, why am I not good enough? Well, why don't you just date me? Well, why don't you just marry me? And it's just like this jab inside joke that we have. So I made it at an inappropriate time, and then it just kind of ballooned from there. So,
hey, baby girl, Lisa. Lisa's here watching too.
oh,
Um, okay, so is it true? Because when I first interviewed Geoffrey, who was I think the first person from this cast to come on, he said that you spent the night with him, like you guys went on a date and you spent the night at his house, and you were there when Varia showed up because you were there from the night before. Is that true?
yes.
Okay. Did you have sex with Geoffrey that night?
Dude, I don't kiss and tell. That's rude.
Give it a shot. I just wanted to say, okay. But you did spend the night, and then obviously, so that was all very raw and real.
Hmm.
He said that you guys were drinking a little bit, and then
Yeah.
you crashed there.
And yeah, we were drinking. That's why I stayed. I don't drink a lot. But when I do, a couple gives me a headache anymore, and I get migraines fairly easily. So if I have a couple, I just have to go ahead and just sleep it off because it just hurts so bad. So
Gotcha. So yeah, gotcha. Okay. So then when she came to the door, like, did you guys have any heads up that someone is coming? Or, I mean,
no, I knew. See, we were supposed to have brunch, and that's kind of where that kind of left off. We were supposed to have brunch. We were supposed to go have, fun or whatever, hang out, and then meet up with our friends later that day. That was kind of the plans for the day. I know he said he had filming or something to do, but um, I don't. It's been so long ago. I don't remember what all was supposed to happen that day, other than we were going to go eat. Then we were doing hanging out with our friends later. That's pretty much what I remember. So.
But you and Jeffrey have dated, so you've been intimate and like you've dated Jeffrey, and you guys have been intimate in the past. Is that your the status?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't. I mean, yeah, we dated, so it didn't last a week. And it's been off and on. So I don't want to talk about my sex life. Can we move on?
I know it's interesting though. Okay. So
Oh,
okay, when was the last time that you were officially Jeffrey's girlfriend?
that day.
Oh, so you guys were like that day. You were like, "Hey, we're dating again."
We that day. No, see, at dinner was when we had decided that we were going to try again. Like, well, not really. We had talked about it before, and then we just kind of solidified it at dinner. So, yeah, we were dating as far as I knew, and we were trying to grow that relationship. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where we were with that. But yeah, that day's pretty much what solidified it. That day's what said, no, we're done.
So you guys were pretty much together. She shows up, and then from I know you didn't watch the episodes, but from we saw, she just totally took over, and it because that's why the fans are commenting so much. Is that it just seemed like he was like, all right, well, see you, Mary. Varia's here.
And I can't sugarcoat that one for him. I can't. I mean, as much as I love him and, uh, you know, stand by him, but I can't sugarcoat that one. That's exactly what happened. But I will say this to be fair, um, to be fair to him, you know, I, I don't know how many times or I don't know how many people can actually turn their feelings off so quickly for another that they've proposed to. Um, and the only thing that I can say is if he felt so strongly, then he did the right thing. He did the right thing for him. And at that point, my feelings probably shouldn't have been in consideration because he had to follow his own heart there. And he did what was best for him. And as much as it hurt me, um, he did what was right for him. Will have to take that as an L and go about my day. Um, because he knows, just like most of you do know, that hurt and we've hashed it out, whatever. But I'm a big girl and I can get through just about anything, so I'm fine.
But doesn't it feel kind of like that you're there? Because that's what a lot of people are accusing Jeffrey of, is that it's just like, well, when no one's around, I'll be with Mary, and then if someone comes around, I'll just switch to them. Like, does it feel that way to you?
I understand how people can look at it that way. Absolutely, I can see that. Um, because I'm smart enough to be able to open my brain to see both sides here. So I want to say that's how it looks, absolutely. But this with Varia is different because he did propose to her. He was trying to vest. He was trying to build a relationship with her. And yes, it didn't work out. And he was trying with me. And then she comes back. Well, all those feelings and emotions and all those thoughts, well, she traveled across the globe. She does love me, all of those things. So why would he not try again? I found that foolish for someone to say, well, he just discarded you. Well, you know what? That's for me. And Jeffrey has to live with that. That's not for you to comment on. Who are you to say? Jeffrey did what he needed to do to be able to find love and happiness and whatever. I'm more than okay with him finding love and happiness. Absolutely. And if it's with Varia, great. If not, whatever. But don't judge him so harshly when someone that he loved and that he was chasing after something that he was so passionate about. So don't judge him for that.
Are
You
you still
know,
in love with Jeffrey?
uh, um, I still have love for Jeffrey. We'll say that. I'll answer that for you.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
all right, let me back. Okay. Um, we played 90 Day Matchmaker the other day. I'll lighten up. You did good, Mary. I know that was tough. It was a rough series of questions, but we got to get through it. So we did 90 Day Matchmaker the other day, and a lot of people matched you up with Tom or with Ash. Hey, is Darcy here? I see everyone saying, "Hey, Darcy." Would you ever be interested in dating someone else from the cast, or are you even attracted to them?
I don't know who Tom is. Sorry. Who's Tom?
Tom is the guy. He's from England. He was in a
Oh,
relationship with
with
Darcy. Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Uh, Tom and Ash. Wow, wow. I mean, Ash, I think is a phenomenal human from what I can see, what I've seen. I mean, I don't know him, but sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I think Ash is attractive. Absolutely. I think Ash is extremely attractive.
I mean, have you interacted with like who from the cast have you interacted with?
No one, just Geoffrey and Varia.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, but
I don't think I follow anyone on the cast, and I don't think anyone from the cast follows me.
okay. But maybe we can connect you with Ash. It's a possibility.
Don't you think you need his permission?
No, no, we decide. Let the fans decide. You guys just got to roll with it. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
so I know. Okay, so you said you don't talk to a lot of people, from the cast, and I noticed from being on your Instagram that all your commenting is turned off. So
Yep.
can you tell me why that is? I mean, I think we know why, but how has this been for you? Like, why aren't we allowed to comment on your posts? How bad has it been with the hate?
Um, okay. I don't like a lot of negativity. I just don't. I don't like it in my life. I try not to spread it. There's enough hate in the world, and I'm not going to allow any more of it. I can't. Even for my own mental health and well-being, I'm not going to allow someone to put any more hate into the world that is not necessary. So, sorry. That's about the only way that I can put it. You know, people want to send me messages. Fine, go ahead. I'm just going to delete them. You're wasting your time. But for someone to feel, for me to have impacted someone so harshly, I think they need to look within themselves instead of projecting it onto me. Go look into the mirror and see why you feel that you want to spread so much hate to someone you don't even know. It doesn't make sense. So I turned it off. So
I mean, what are they? What are they saying? Like, how has it been for you? Like, are they like? Because I asked everyone this too. Like, have you been receiving death threats? Because everyone else
yeah,
has.
I have. That I should just commit suicide and kill myself. That the world would be better off. Yeah.
Does it? I mean, does that? Even though it's from a stranger, like, does that hurt, or is it? Do you just?
I'm actually tearing up now. So give me a second.
Okay.
Um, that's just mean.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think that they realize how that really affects people. You don't say stuff like that to people. You just don't. It's harsh and it's cruel. And yes, I'm a big baby. I know people are like, wow, oh my God, you're a crybaby. Yeah, okay. I have feelings. I'm a human. Um, but yeah, and I have children. And I think that's what hurts more so than anything is that I'm here for a purpose. I have kids. I'm trying to raise two amazing humans. My daughter is almost 18. And, I had to be an example for her. I try to show kindness where I can, and I try to be the human that I want my children to be. And it's hard, absolutely. I mean, I struggle every day just like everyone else. But the death threats are absolutely unnecessary, and it's silly.
When they say
So
something like that, like you should just kill yourself, and I don't know, and I don't. I mean, is that something? Did you ever struggle with that? Because that would really be a trigger.
I did. I'm um When I was younger, for sure. I think some of you have, you saw the arrest or whatever. That was probably one of the lowest points of my life. And I struggled so hard and I was not in a good place mentally. So of course that is a trigger. So,
So you've been like had thoughts of suicide in the past, and then obviously, you've gotten through that, and then you go on this show, and all these people start attacking you, and that type of stuff just triggered. You know, I mean,
yeah, it's
did it make you think of actually killing yourself, or
no, absolutely not.
no? Okay, good.
Not even a little, not even for 1 minute. I have grown so much as a human from then till now, and it's it's a lot easier to take it. And that's why I turn comments off. You have to use the tools that you have available to you. That I don't have to let these people comment. I don't have to do that. People keep saying, "Oh, well, you put your life on TV. Oh, this is what you deserve. Oh, this is what you get." No, you're wrong, because I can say what I want in my life, and I can do that. I have control of that. So, no, you may not comment, and I denounce what you say. We're done. So, no, that's not what I deserve. And how dare you say that to another person? Absolutely not. I say what's okay in my life, not you.
Gotcha. Good job. Yeah. Now, what about like positive? Has anyone, like, has any, I've asked this too to everybody, like, has any celebrities reached out to you, or like nothing like that? Nothing like that. But I mean, a lot of people are Team Mary. I mean, do you appreciate that stuff, or you just would rather just not hear any of it?
Um, it's nice. It's very nice. The only thing that I could say is celebrity wise, do you guys, I don't watch a ton of TV. I'll be quite honest. I really don't. But someone sent me the little clips of, a show that's, I can't remember, um, Watch Party with Celebrity Watch Party. Is that a
Mhm.
thing? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Um, So it had like Tyra Banks on there, and it had Ozzy and Sharon and Kelly. So I saw some of those clips, and what was his name? Master P
Yeah.
and Romeo.
Yeah.
So those people I've saw those clips. That's really cool that they know my name. I mean, these
Yeah.
like wow. So Ozzy and Sharon, oh my gosh, like, oh, they know who I am. That was pretty cool.
And Matt
Um,
P. I'm
yeah,
big.
like Master P was like, "Nah, dog, she didn't show up like here on his doorstep. That's just wrong." That made my day. Master
Yeah.
P.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, okay. Now, do you watch any of the other couples? Like, as far as like, do you, everybody, Jeffrey included, right? They have opinions about Big Ed. So, do you watch the show? And what are your thoughts on Big Ed?
I'm going to exercise my right to be a nice person. And there's a saying that was on Bambi. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, gotcha. But you haven't talked with him like or anything like that. Like, you don't interact with the other cast.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I don't.
okay. And then what about like David and Lana? Do you watch them or follow their story, or anyone else?
That's the one that we thought was fake for so long, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My thoughts there. I mean, he spent a lot of money on her. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah.
geez, Louise must be like bankrolling over there.
Yeah. It's an expensive relationship. I think, yeah, at
Yeah,
least like $100,000 she spent just to
it's
hang out with her. Yeah,
up forever. I mean, he set at a possible standard with her, right? Yeesh.
absolutely. Yeah. So, what about future reality TV? Are you thinking like, would you do it again?
Yes. I know this sounds crazy, but yes, I would. I wouldn't. People have asked me this in the past if I would go back and change something with what happened in the show. The only thing that I can say is like, I look like dog poop. throughout the whole thing. I've seen clips or whatever. And, you know, you have to remember the very first episode, Geoffrey really didn't tell me what was going on. So I just come up there, hang out with him, and they throw a mic on me, and I'm like, what is going on? So I didn't really think much about it. And then the next one, I was on just with a FaceTime. I was about to go to work or something. And then the very next one was dinner. So I tried to look presentable, but it was in a hurry. So I just threw my hair up, threw some makeup on, said, let's go. And then, and then the next one's I'm crying and all this ugly crying stuff. So I look like a train wreck.
You look great. No, you look great. You look great. And Tom is here. Hey, Tom. So, oh, are you spinning? Did we lose you, Mary? I'm seeing a spinning circle. Can you guys see Mary? Guys, help me out. I don't. Is Mary there on your feed, or is it just spinning? It says Mary. We lost connection with Mary. Is Ash here too? Uh-oh. Oh, we lost her. Just as we were about to hook her up with Tom. Mary, where'd you go? Let's see if she comes back. Let me start. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm here. We were just looking for Mary. Mary, I can't imagine she left on purpose because she left with the easy questions. She did great with all the hard questions, right? What did you guys think? Let's see. I'm going to see if she comes back. Guys, I know I asked, I saw a lot of your comments about the suicide thing. I wasn't trying to, oh, there she is. View, Mary. Tom, stay put. We're about to play matchmaker. I think Mary has just joined the room again.
Ugh.
There she is.
Sorry, guys. My phone died, so
Oh,
I had
I
to charge her.
didn't leave. I was like, she's leaving with the easy questions, so it must have been. Yeah. If you were going to leave,
Yeah,
would have done it sooner. Yeah. Okay, so Tom is here, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So, Tom, we're trying to hook you up with Tom or Ash, although you might still be with Geoffrey. So I'm just joking.
I thought Tom was dating someone, so
Who knows? You know what I mean? I mean, with this whole Usman thing, apparently you could have up to 4 wives. So,
oh,
why stop at 1? I guess you could, yeah. 1 is too little. Are you still here, Lisa? Okay, so, all right, so we just got a few minutes left. So what are you, like, what are you working on now? Like, are you promoting anything?
not 100%, no. Just working my own little thing. I don't know.
You're not doing any promotions or anything like that?
Not really. No.
No, nothing to promote. Are you going to do your own? So you said you might do other reality TV. Like, would you ever be the Bachelorette, or would you like what other shows would you like to do? Do you watch other reality TV?
I have seen The Bachelorette before, but I think I'm too old for that show. Don't they only do like 20 somethings?
Oh yeah, well, not always, not always. But would you want to do a dating show, or is there another show you might want to consider?
I'm open to a dating show, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe. I don't really know how that works.
But would you do you and Ash on 90 Day Fiance again? Is that a possibility?
I don't think I can answer this.
I know.
So
I try to ask them fast to see if you'll answer.
I don't know.
Geoffrey? That's a joke. Try to sleep.
So I would love The Amazing Race. I would love yeah, The Amazing Race. That one sounds like so much fun. Um there's another one. I could do Naked and Afraid, but you actually have to be naked. And my one rule, this is the one rule that I pretty much live by,
Oh,
that, you know, I give to myself. Well, not, I mean, there's a lot of rules to live by, but this is like my bottom line. My bottom line is I don't get naked in public. Nope. So I can't do that. So
That's your one rule. That's it. Anything else goes. Your one rule in life is no nudity and no public nudity. Then that's just pretty low standards. Yeah.
well, and people ask me like, "Wait, what? That's your only rule?" I'm like, "Well, I have others, but that kind of goes with anything. You can't have sex in public because you'd have to get naked in public.
Right.
Be a stripper. You can't several things. So there's a lot of caveats there, but yeah, you don't get naked in public. Just don't do that.
You should be a life coach. That's guys. This is gonna be short. No public nudity.
Nope.
Done. Yeah, that's it. That's words to live by. Awesome. Okay, so where can fans best keep up with you? Like, what is like, what
On it,
what is
I do.
direct them?
You're on Instagram. I do have a Twitter, but I don't know how to use that little Tweety Bird looking thing. I don't have any idea. Um, but I am on Twitter. It is, I think it's 90 Day Mary or something like that, or it could be Blue MLO. I don't know. But just follow me here because I don't know. Like I said, I don't use it.
Okay. Now, are you going to be doing more here? Like, you haven't been doing a ton of IG posting.
I'm on vacation, so I took a little break to kind of decompress and see what was out there, just to kind of relax. So that's kind of what I was doing. But I'll pick up a little more. I know that the season's kind of ending, and honestly, the show wasn't really about me. And I appreciate people like you taking the time to talk to me or whatever. So thank you. But the story was about Geoffrey and his story and Varia's story and Tom's and Darcy's and several other people's. Ash and his pretty girlfriend, Avery. That's her name. Sorry.
Done. They're broken up. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
So so that's their lives and their stories, and they were the main people. I just was a casualty, I guess is the best way to say that.
That's awesome. Oh, so where are you right now? What state are you in?
You're trying to catch me in something, aren't you?
Good job, Mary. Don't answer that because you don't want to say the wrong state because we'll be able to connect some pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Yeah.
Trained you well. I'm sure he's right there next to you. Okay. All right, Mary, you have done good. You answered most of the questions, and the ones that you didn't, I don't blame you. So I appreciate you coming on. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Mary, you're great. Follow her on Instagram. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.